Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about why you have a good idea, but you're talking to the wrong people about it. So let's get started. The biggest issue and difficulty we've had with our startup is finding the right people to talk to. Now, I would like to say that anybody you talk to is a good person to talk to because you're just getting in front of people and getting the reps. But at some point, it turns to a quality over quantity because yes, you want quantity to find patterns of responses and problems and solutions and what people are doing and understanding the industry and the people. But you also want the right people. So if you're talking to a bunch of your relatives about an idea, they're most likely going to be very agreeable because they know you as a family member and not you as, oh, let's solve this problem. There's a lot of nuances that go into a general idea that people don't even think about, but once you actually start it, it's so complex and there's so many moving pieces and small pieces that need to all fit together perfectly. And the only way that happens is by understanding the actual user and the problems they're facing. So that being said, you want to go to the person that will be using your product or your service and find out the problem that they're going through. Because by finding out their problems, you can find out so much information, whether it's personal or a market problem or something that is just done inefficiently, and you can see whether they've been taking action to try to solve that problem and have kind of something duct taped together in a way that solves their problem but inefficiently. Those type of people are gold because you know they have a problem, they've actively done and have been doing and taking actions to fix the problem, and they're open to talking to you about a solution on that problem. So when you can hit those, you're golden because, oh God, you know there's a lot of, because you know they are people you can rely on because they're not here to make you feel good. They're here to make their business or their lives better. So always look for people who will give you genuine responses. Another tip that we realized early on in these interviews is ask questions first, explain what you're doing later. If you're going into the meeting and you're trying to like pitch your idea, you're going about the wrong way because you're not here to try to sell or pitch your idea. You're here to get information, understand what's going on in the industry, what the market needs, what the people in the market need. And once you can find out the need, then you can, one, find out if your product or service is even makes sense for the industry, but also it will give you so many more clear-sighted ideas and questions to come to those people with. Versus if you just give them the idea, now they're constrained and they're unconsciously going to answer in ways that don't benefit you or them. So you want to really get the truth out of them before pitching any sort of solution. Now, once you have that, then it's good to pitch the solution because they'll think about it in different ways and it'll help you, after explaining it so many times, it'll help you kind of organize it in your head in a way that makes more sense and allows you to keep reiterating, keep understanding where the true value is. So that is on the market research end. On the ideas end, a lot of times I think if you're not finding people to talk your ideas about, you need to branch out and find diverse groups of individuals where you can just throw your idea and see what they say. So for example, with us, we went to one of the school's events. It's like a weekly thing where it's like an entrepreneurship club or something. I don't know really. It's Jack's school, and we told them about our idea and we got a lot of their input. Now, they might not have understood the idea exactly and holistically. Part of that was because it was so early on that we were still trying to figure out how to say it and what to even say. And part of that is because they're not in the industry. So they're looking at it more of at a different angle outside of real estate, which is very crucial because, like, despite what I was saying before, where you want to see and understand the people that are actually using your product or in the space, you also want to see different angles and different views that other people have that aren't in the space. So for example, I was just on a call with a friend, and he was telling me, like, we get on a call like every couple of weeks, and I was telling him about what we're doing, where we're at, showing him where the platform's at, and he was giving me a lot of like great ideas that anyone in the real estate industry is not going to think about, because he's more marketing, digital, like technological minded, versus someone in real estate is just thinking about the problems they have. So it's kind of figuring out the problems on the real estate side and people who are actually in the industry, while also getting ideas and ways of execution in the solution on other views and other angles. I think that mainly brings my point across. Kind of went like kind of everywhere, and I'm distracted by all these things happening on the road. Like there's literally a tricycle guy laying down, biking right in front of me right now. So I hope it wasn't like crazy all over the place. But basically what I want to say is you're most likely in an echo chamber right now, whether that's because you're in school or at work. All the people around you are more or less very similar to you and how you think and how you act in this world. So try to find people who are diverse and who can bring a different angle on all ideas, and kind of push back, because the more pushback you get, the stronger your idea will get. All right, peace.